listen up. Y'all, it's the queen of automation, Meghan, Donnelly, here to give you inspiration. Founders and business owners gather round. I'ma show you how to build systems that'll astound. Streamline your processes, no need for complicated.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Queen of Automation podcast, where we talk about operations and technology and how they're only good when they work and hopefully how we help you make them work. In this episode today, we are going to talk about 4 systems that I've built and put integrated into my own business so that I can get the heck out of my team's way and stop being the bottleneck. I don't know about you, but when I started this business, it's my baby. I'm an entrepreneur and I was doing everything myself and felt like I had to be involved in all of the things. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is a horrible idea and you should not be involved in every single task that is needed to run your business. So I wanted to run a business without feeling like I was micromanaging the team, but still have growth and success and, all the things that we want from running a successful company. And no, I'm not going to tell you that you have to build a big team because you don't. I'm not going to tell you you have to automate everything down to your underwear because you don't. I am going to give you the 4 things that were pivotal in changing how my business is being run and how I was able to take more time back for myself and feel more free and actually enjoy what I was doing again, which is really, really important. So if you are the reason that everything in your business feels like it's moving at a snail pace, and let me explain what I mean by that. Your team is waiting for you to reply, or they're bugging you over and over again. They're sending you notification after notification. You have to approve something. Your clients have to wait for your direction before the team can move forward, and nothing moves inside your business until you say go. It's really great at first, right? Like you feel like you're in control and it makes you happy to be involved, but then it's going to start to feel like a chokehold. It really will. It's going to stop your scaling. It's going to make you feel burnt out because the business cannot run without you. If you're involved in every single part and piece of this business that you hold so near and dear to your heart, you will eventually burn out because you'll never get time off. You'll never be able to do anything because you'll be so terrified that when you come back, the business is going to have blown up or stall, or, you're going to lose income, all of the things, right? All of the fear. So this is what I help our clients do. We build systems and operations inside businesses to help those businesses move faster than you as a single person, right? This process, these 4 things will help you get yourself out of the weeds, get yourself out of the daily administrative tasks, and start putting your team in charge and the business in charge. So let's jump in and get started. Number 1, that every single business should be doing, and you hear about SOPs all the time, but it's SOPs, standard operating procedures. These are SOPs that actually get used, okay? So when people think SOPs, they think boring documents that no one reads, right? Step-by-step documents. Flip the script. So instead of just using boring documents that have step-by-step procedures, use Loom. You pop open Loom, you record yourself doing a task, and then you use AI to write the step-by-step overview of the video that you just created, and you create a video library. So we record Loom walkthroughs of key processes, showing how we do things and why we do things in real time. So when we're doing something new, Loom gets put up on the screen and we build it right then and there. Now, obviously, if it changes, we record a new Loom video, because things iterate and change over time. But now if somebody says, how do we send a launch email? They don't have to ask me. They can go check the SOP library and they can either read the document of the step-by-steps or they can watch the video and they can learn step-by-step how to do it. It's amazing and it is such a time saver. I have absolutely no problem when my team reaches out to me and says, "Hey, you asked me to do this, but I don't remember how to do it. Do we have an SOP for this?" And if I say no, can you record me a quick Loom video? No problem. You know why? Because 2 months down the road, when the next person asks about that, they're going to send them to that SOP video and I don't have to do it again. And neither does my team because there's already a video recorded for that process. I cannot stress this enough. You should be doing Loom video SOPs for everything inside your business. That's number one. Number two, pre-built client onboarding workflows. That was a mouthful. Let me say it again. Pre-built client onboarding workflows. So manual onboarding of new clients is really, really slow. If you're doing it all 100% manual, it's definitely going to be slow. You're going to get overwhelmed. The client's going to get overwhelmed. Data loss it's sure to happen because you don't really have this process. Even if it's a checklist, even if you start with a checklist and you have a special or a certain checklist of the steps that you on somebody, the process that you need to go through to connect their domain or set up their email or whatever that onboarding process looks like. Because generally we all onboard our customers the same way. And if you're custom onboarding every single customer, that is also a problem. So what we've done is we built an onboarding automation inside our system and it triggers instantly. Somebody signs a contract, it then sends them a welcome email. They access instructions and a prep checklist. And from day one, the clients feel supported. So then when they go through their onboarding, it's a 7-day trial. A 14-day trial. And the first 7 days is them getting an email from me every day, teaching them how to do something so that they're also getting the most out of their trial. And if they don't want to learn through video, they have the option to right away in day one, email one, I send them, "Hey, book an onboarding call with a member of our team. And we will show you how to do all of this and we will set you up." Because there's nothing better than wowing a customer than saying, "You know what, let us do this for you," or "let us walk you through how to do it." Obviously, we do have an upcharge for these clients that want us to just do it all for them. They want to go over here and keep running their business. We set it all in place. We create all the SOPs. Boom. But pre-build this stuff so that because there are going to be certain steps for every single client, especially in SaaS, if you're in SaaS, they're going to be they're going to be sequences for every single onboarding workflow that are exactly the same. If they are exactly the same and it's the exact same checklist, you can automate that process and you can automate it in such a way that it doesn't feel emotionless. So don't completely remove yourself. Obviously, give them an option for an onboarding call, but you can pre-build onboarding workflows so that from day one, your customer feels very supported and will always recommend when you come back. Now, all right, number 3, intake forms that replace meetings. So number 3, intake forms that replace meetings. Who here could raise their hand and say, "Oh, yes, please, I want another meeting on my calendar"? None of us. Meetings suck. We don't need more meetings. We don't need back and forth phone calls either. So when you're doing onboarding or when you're doing something with clients or customers, that can be a form where they can fill it out or give them the option to send you a Loom video, do it. So instead of back and forth calls, back and forth, I send an automated intake form that covers the goals, the deadlines, and it allows them to either give me a Loom video, it allows them to fill out the form. The questions are so strategic that by the time we talk, we've skipped all the surface level stuff and we are right to strategy and we are right to building. These are for the customers that are looking for more help onboarding themselves, right? Like these are not like the DIYers. These are usually the people that want it done for them. So by allowing them to fill out a form and allowing them to send us a Loom video of all of their things, it gives them the chance to move out of our way and we step in and get it done for them. And then, like I said earlier, we train them. We do all of the SOPs, we do all the training, we do all the videos, and then they are feeling much less overwhelmed because now the only thing that's left is, okay, how do we make you grow? How do we use the system that we just gave you and help you grow bigger, badder, stronger with automation, get you out of the weeds of your business, save you time, save you money, all of the things that we want to do. So number 3, using those intake forms or Loom videos or something to replace a back and forth call, especially in the beginning when it's something that where like you're asking for all of their software and you're exchanging usernames and passwords, because we usually have to, get their passwords to be able to log in and set up software and stuff like that, or do connect integrations. This way is a working document. We all have access to it, and we can go back and forth with that document. It's got a checklist for project management, so we can check things off the list as things are getting done. It is the best way to keep things moving forward without giving your client another meeting on their calendar, which is something none of us really want. Number 4, delegation triggers. And what this is delegating to your team, right? Our delegation triggers to, I call this, like I used to say, just remind me to send it to you. Well, that's awful, right? So like sometimes, yes, with my ADHD brain, they do have to remind me probably more than normal. But with tools like DMC or ClickUp or Monday, and you can set up automatic triggers, right? So if they assign a blog post or they write a blog post, and then it will automatically send to me to approve it, or social, like all of those things, internal workflows are your biggest time suck. So if you are still doing things manually between team members, if you're still copying and pasting and you're still project managing your entire business off of like a single spreadsheet and then trying to copy and paste and put all that, is a huge deal, right? So start with one delegatable, like repeatable task, something that you do often, and then you set up a task template. So what we do inside of DMC is the blog post. So we know who needs to approve it. We know what we need, like we obviously need an image for the blog post, and then we need the blog post text, and then we need to know when it's due, right? So these are the approver, the assets that are needed, and when it's due. And every single time a blog post needs to be created for a customer, that task is created for each blog post. And then as those 3 tasks are completed, that task template is closed. And then a new task template is created that's blank for the next blog post. And so we automate those things that are repeatable things that we're doing over and over and over and over and over again. Another really good example is if you onboard a customer, and like your onboarding call, you can automatically send a email to whoever's going to onboard that customer, or a Slack message or something like that, and it'll ping them and say, hey, listen, this person just onboarded, or this person just paid. That person should reach out and send them an email and set up a phone call. There's things like that, things that will trigger you to keep the team moving, or trigger the team to keep me moving, that kind of thing. So we try to really integrate the systems into our lives to make it easier as a team. You do not scale by doing more. You scale by doing less, right? Or owning less and owning fewer tasks. So opportunity to build in these tasks and these steps, if you have the ability to do that, pick off one and start there. And then as you pick off more and more and more, and they kind of all integrate with each other, you are going to find yourself so much happier, because you're going to have less time and into the little tasks, into the little admin things that suck us all in. But that's it. Those are the 4 things that I have put in place inside my business to get myself out of my team's way, and so that I'm not the bottleneck. And let's just recap them quick again. SOPs that actually get used. Do not create SOPs if no one is going to use them. What a waste of your time. I highly suggest that you use Loom and you explain your SOPs, and then you use Loom AI to create the SOP checklist to go along with it. It takes 5 minutes. Everybody can see the video and walk step by step how to do something, or they can read the step-by-step checklist and learn how to do it that way. Number 2, pre-built client onboarding workflows. When you're onboarding a client, it should be the exact it should be exactly the same every single time, especially for like something like a SaaS. But there should be the certain, top 5 to 10 steps that you do every time you onboard a client. You can automate that onboarding workflow 100%, almost 100% of it. And then your clients feel supported from day one. And it feels like you kind of cloned yourself, right? And then your team does not have to keep bugging you about the onboarding process. Number 3, intake forms that replace meetings. So you've onboarded this client and they want done for you services. They just want to give it to us, have us do everything. Great. We send them a form, they fill out the form, and then by the time we are ready to actually talk about all of the parts and pieces of this project, we are ready to go, and we already have we're probably 95% of the way there, in the sense that we already know exactly what we need to do for this client, exactly the order that we need to take, exactly how to integrate everything, because they've taken some of the legwork out of going through the process of needing to have them walk us through everything. 4, delegation triggers that keep your team moving. Now remember, these are all those automatic triggers and notifications that allow your team to write a blog, assign it to you, you approve it, it automatically goes live. Same with social or any other type of tasks that you have that you're doing on a repeatable, like any repeatable task. Create task templates so that every time you create a new task, like writing a blog post, you have that repeatable template of a task that comes up, and those 3 steps are going to always happen. Once those are closed, a new one comes up. Once those are closed, a new one comes up. So reusable templates for tasks are awesome and something that I highly recommend. All right, everybody, that's all I've got for you today. I hope this was super helpful, and we will see you next week. And remember, automation, technology, AI, operations, all of the things that run your business are only good when they work. See you next week.